Welcome into DC On Screen, a podcast about the DC Universe properties being brought to film and television. I'm your host, David C. Robertson, and this, my co-host, Jason.
Hello.
Alright, so, man, we're going to do some spoilery talk on Lost Souls, I believe. That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah, it's Lost Souls.
I was pretty sure that's what we were doing.
Yeah. It's Arrow. It's Arrow. Put a pin in it there.
Oh, Season 4, Episode 6.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, as you put it.
Yeah. I mean, I said I would try not to, but let's say in our hearts, this is Arrow post-Constantine Part 1.
Now
it didn't matter how bad the first 4 episodes were. They were just, I was on the right road.
Yeah.
Now they have to do something genuine.
Well, hopefully this is, well, still not really, because now they're just amping up for Legends of Tomorrow.
I know, it's a cheat, isn't it?
It is. And, you know, at the beginning of the season, all I longed for was the visage of John Constantine. Now all I long for is the visage of Alex Kingston to show up as Dinah Lance again.
I know. Which I think they deftly took care of with one end of one phone call. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You think she's just not coming back, huh?
I think she's just not coming back. I'm sorry. I think they've spread themselves out too far and too wide to afford having Alex Kingston on.
Maybe.
I'm so sorry. I think
sad.
that, Dave.
Yeah, I think that
I know
too.
how much it means to you.
How much it means to me, I think it means more to you.
I mean, I love her too. She's a companion, and that's a small subset of people who hold a deep spot in our hearts. But
yeah. So anyway, on to our super spoilery review of Lost Souls. So they got Ray back.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's what happened.
We're happy. Hey, come on. I mean, this is one of the torturous parts about watching this little part of the, well, actually all of it so far. But they've had a little more to do with Sarah. It hasn't been as much like it has been on Flash, where you see someone and you're like, well, I guess I'll see him in 6 episodes, and then never again on this show. It's very much like you don't want to get attached to anybody right now. They may not be with you that long.
Yeah. So Sarah is leaving.
Yay!
Yeah, that's fine. Go with her, Laurel.
Right.
You
wanted her back so much, you know? Let's do some traveling.
Yeah. Oh, and candidate dude, whatever his name is, guy, asked out Thea. That was...
In like the most forced way I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, and then she said no, and then she asked him out. It was pointless.
It was absolutely pointless.
It was
It wasn't a thrilling preamble to the love interest that's going to get me through this season. No such thing happened.
Yeah, no.
They found a rote scene for a rote character and another guy who I suspect is also rote. Let's threw them all in there.
So what the hell are we watching this show
the other
for?
way.
What are we watching this show for, man?
Well, these are the things we hate. The ones we've discussed already.
I mean, I'm not.
Laurel. The second,
right.
the second they make that not and she's the one I keep saying dumpster fire for, right?
Yeah, she's the.
I keep trying
fire.
to not overuse the term for any set of characters, but there's Barbara just hedging in on me. But yeah, Laurel, if they can make her not a dumpster fire, or just get rid of her, either way. I mean, we have things that we want to be improved, but at least we've been consistent about it. Thea's crap, Laurel's crap, Quentin's crap. Everything else, we're pretty much on board. Felicity's bad enough that all 3 of those can be crap, and I'm still watching.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Oliver's all smiley and jokey this season. We wanted that for 3 years.
Yeah, I'm good with Oliver. I'm good with Felicity. Really enjoying the hell out of Echo Kellum still.
He hasn't
Curtis
disappointed me 1 second. Not 1 second.
How much did you love when he first met Oliver, when he first sees him coming? He's like, your marriage is straight, your marriage is straight, your marriage is straight.
That cracked me up. Then the over the hand bit, the jaw's wrong, you know? They look worried for just a second. Because the guy does have an IQ of about 600. Come on, surely he could spot it. He's been delightful.
You know, it actually did. It seemed... I'll say this, too. It seemed like Quentin Lance had a little bit of character growth this episode.
Slightly. I do wish next time he's going on a clandestine tailing adventure, I'd like him to let the car pull away like 10, maybe 12 feet before he flips the phone out and calls the people he's trying to...
Right. This was like the cool guy who walks away from explosions, but walks away so close that he's actually about to get burned alive, but he doesn't
Right.
realize it.
He's just lost the back of his head. Hey, it just cracked me up. I mean, it seemed like Dark could probably hear him through the tinted windows. Hey, who'd you just call?
No one. I didn't call nobody.
It sounded like you called somebody.
Sarah.
Specifically about the direction I was heading in this vehicle, but surely wouldn't be that dumb. You underestimate me. I'm a Lance. Oh, okay.
Right. By the way, it suddenly occurred to me that Damien Dark was Lieutenant Hawk on Star Trek: The First Contact.
Just hit you?
Yep.
Yep.
You see, kids, in 1996, there was a much touted new character that was going to be part of the crew on Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
In the new Star
Guess
Trek
how that
movie.
worked out.
His ass got assimilated in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But he grew up to be Damien Dark.
Which was much, much better.
Yes.
I'd rather have
Actually,
this than...
He was pretty good in Star Trek.
Yeah, I did okay.
For like
Hey.
5 seconds he was there.
I have one little note here that just says Cord Industries, and then I wrote for damn sake. So you think Cord
Yeah.
Industries is in the show? What do you think?
I really want Ted Cord, man.
Mm-hmm.
I really want Blue Beetle. I don't care what they're doing with
I
him
mean,
in
why are
the
you going to do
movies.
this to us? Why are you going to do this to us?
I sincerely hope that there is no movie. I just want him on the show. I want him and Booster
Guggenheim?
on the show.
I'm not entirely happy with you right now. You pulled that crap with the Green Lantern earlier, only to say he's too big, and officially say he's too big. We knew that anyway, but come on.
Did we?
Oh, there's going to be a ring in the first episode. Yeah, there's an engagement ring. We knew this. Hey, look, a giant sign with the Coast City.
You
Oh,
know,
you prick.
I actually had hope for Green Lantern for a while because I'm like, okay, cool. So your movie fails. We can still get you on the TV show, right? I mean,
Right.
Berlanti wrote Green Lantern. Why not? I mean, he jokingly said, Berlanti said, I still have Ryan Reynolds' phone number floating around here. Maybe.
I know.
He said that a few years ago, so.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It was mean, Guggenheim. It was mean.
It was mean. It
Now,
was
that
mean.
and the Jordan jacket. The Jordan jacket.
Yeah, no, man.
This is getting to be deliberate.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is.
Well, and, you know, meanly deliberate. Not the kind where I'm like, aha, good joke, that was a good rib. No, the kind where I'm, you're a prick. That was mean and uncalled for.
Well, someone asked them about it. I can't remember if it was Guggenheim or Berlanti. I want to say it was Guggenheim, but I'm not sure. But they said they were asking about Batman and Superman showing up on Green Arrow, and they were like, "Of course we would love to do that. It probably won't happen for a long time, but we've learned to never say never." Like, apparently they just didn't, and as they've stated, they didn't know that they were going to be able to do all the stuff they're doing right now. Like 2 or 3 years ago, they would, they had said, "Oh, by the way, you know how you're really excited about doing Bronze Tiger? That's nothing."
Right.
So, I mean,
I get that it's a wonderful time, and he's not wrong. This is a freaking renaissance, is what it is. Never would we have had enough. Think about how many shows we have, for God's sake.
Yeah.
That would never have happened. Any given years, if you'd taken us like a cross section of time in our lives and been like, well, do a DC on Screen podcast, we'd have had 2 things to maybe guess about, a couple
Right.
movies maybe on the horizon, maybe a show. No, man, there's a litany. That's why we have so much stuff to make fun of.
it would be like every week we'd be like, "Hey, so you remember a few years ago when they put out Batman and Robin, and we thought, Marvel's never going to catch up."
Yeah. He's right. These are magical times and everything. But it does not mean that you can start saying stuff like, well, you never know about Batman and Superman.
I think they can totally say that. I think they can totally say that. Dude, look, in earnest, man, it's really only down to like Jeff Johns coming in and being like, "Hey, Diane, we're doing it.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Here's a handkerchief for that tear you've shed.
Right.
Now we're doing it."
Right.
I
I
mean,
want you to listen really closely to this little box I have on my desk. It contains the tiny fiddle.
right.
I had Ray
please
shrink it
for
down.
you.
I know there's hope. I do somehow secretly know there's hope, but I don't really. I don't really feel it.
I know. Now,
Hey,
one
let me-
of the.
No,
Go ahead.
I'll go next. Go for it.
No, go ahead. Go for it. Good.
Did we totally have it wrong? Were they in Arby Town the whole time? Did I misremember that? Or were they in Coast City? Because I could have sworn they were in Coast City.
in the flashbacks, he was in Coast City. We didn't, like, I kept saying he was in Coast City. He and Felicity were in Coast City, but they weren't. They were in Ivytown.
Like in episode 1, it seemed like Coast City, right?
I didn't remember them actually saying, but they're
See,
I
thought
guess
that
they were
was
in
the point.
Ivytown.
Like, I thought Amel was kind of leading it, and he even had like a name. Let's do word association. And he picked Coast City. That was the thing that he thought was really exciting before the season ever started. And there's the sign coming out that it looked. All the pieces appeared to be they're in Coast City. Now they're in Ivytown.
Mm-hmm.
Hanging out with, I guess, the Richie guy from Constantine.
Well, the Adam was in. He was like the hero of Ivytown in the back in the old days. So yeah,
Right.
I don't know. I guess that makes sense.
That one kind of got me a little bit. I think we were just kind of all thinking that because it made too much sense. But now I'm wondering why they said all that crap about Coast City if they were in Ivytown the whole time. Mm-hmm. Does that mean we still have Coast City to look forward to somewhere dropping that out?
Oh, I think Coast City was just like some stuff briefly happened before he got thrown back to the island. Now, did you notice?
That's just so little.
I know, but man, they got enough. I got everything I wanted out of Coast City.
Did they?
With what they were able to give us. I really did. Like, I didn't want to see him running around. We looked at his hair at the first episode, the pilot. We know how long it should be, his beard and everything. No, he needs to go back to the island. He needs to go back to the island right the hell now. We got a few, quick glances of some Green Arrow shit. Throw him back to the island. I'm good. And by the way, those people on the island right now that he's like, lording over with a gun, they're Russian. They are. They're totally Russian.
Yeah, they finally said a couple of Russian names. I mean, Vlad is pretty straightforward.
So,
At least Eastern European.
Hello, that story thread.
I don't know. Don't know where they got that one Spanish girl. I don't know if it's a Spanish girl.
Yeah, I know you don't know if it's a Spanish girl.
I'm sure that's the big mystery we're gonna have to solve right there. Mm-hmm. That'll keep us going.
If it seems like I'm just sort of like loosely meandering around this episode, it's because not a lot happened. Like, Felicity was upset for a little while. She had some guilt over Ray. Because if they hadn't gone off to Ivytown, Ray wouldn't have blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I know.
There's not a lot. There's really not a lot.
Then, she's got all the back and forth with Oliver about how she feels about just how much she's getting involved in that relationship. And apparently she is just terrified of any form of codependency, which, that's a legitimate stance people can take. I've seen people make worse decisions. But I thought her mom did a pretty good job wrapping that up for us. Kind of put that one back in the box.
A little bit. No, the interesting thing about her mom... Well, okay, first of all, it's delightful that Ollie is texting her mom, and they're, like, trading recipes and shit.
It was.
That's funny.
He's trying to describe the emoji, and he can't quite get it. Is it the little the emoji with the single tear? That one made me laugh.
2, though, and I kind of hate this, because what are the freaking chances?
Right.
But did I not jokingly say that they should hook Felicity's mom up with Lance?
You did. You did jokingly say that. And we laughed and laughed and laughed.
And now they're doing it.
Yeah. I know. We laughed thinking, oh, there's no way. What would you get out of that? I mean, why? Why would you do that? Well, I still have all those questions still. Why? What could possibly happen? How does this advance the plot? How do I know who's in the grave now?
Well, you have bubbly Felicity's mother, who's like, hey, it's a reason to drink. And then Quentin Lance going, there's always a reason to drink.
Right. Yeah, they're not going to be a sourpuss couple.
Oh, man.
We'll just call them Bittersweet from now on, right? That'll be their code name.
I will be on board this if we get a bit where they had a bit of a one night stand or whatever, tried to make it work for just a second when they realized who each other was, and then just have Felicity's mom be like, I tried, but that man is a sputtering train wreck.
Yeah.
He was brushing his teeth yesterday, and, I came in and kissed him hello, and he said something about blonde hair, then he was crying about Sarah. He just kept muttering Sarah over and over. It was so weird.
Right. My baby's gone again.
He was clutching pills and a bottle of whiskey, and...
kept looking at one drawer, which he thinks, I don't know, has whiskey in it.
He was in the fetal position in front of his bathtub.
Right. All we're saying is the character's got some stuff to do to make himself interesting.
Right.
Oliver put it best a few episodes ago when he just yells at him like, "Stop using that as an excuse."
Yeah.
And I thought,
yeah.
oh, please let that be like a giant permanent marker written on a wall in the writer's room. Stop letting Lance use daughters as excuse to do things.
Yeah.
Period.
That would be like the first thing I did when I came. If I was given the shot, to be in the writer's room or to like head the writer's room, I would come in and be like, Lance is gonna be freaking awesome from now on. He's not going to use excuses. He's just going to be a badass who helps Ollie. They're actually going to have a friendship, and maybe we'll kill him.
Right.
At some point down the road. Not yet. I want to see him be a cool character for once.
I know. See, what really gets me, though, is ask yourself, again, why bring in Quentin and, what's her name? Holly?
Donna
Quanah?
Smoke.
Daunton? They don't really work. They don't have a catchy enough code name together, so therefore they can't work. But ask yourself, what could it possibly get you? What it could possibly get you is another person who might be in that grave at the end of the 6 months. Yeah, it could be Holly. Or Donna, I mean. I don't know why I keep saying Holly. But it could be Donna. It'd be the right amount of sad for Oliver to be. I think Oliver... either one of those two actually makes a lot of sense.
Can we call them Smants?
Yeah. It sounds better than Loke.
Lana?
Loke. Lana?
No, that just gets all sorts of Smallville confusing.
Yeah, it's gonna no. I don't know if it's gonna work, man. Don't know if it's gonna work. We may have to give up.
I don't know. Anyway,
I didn't mind seeing her again though. She's always been fun.
I've never liked her.
I've just liked that she's actually bothered telling a joke, and on this show that meant a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care how bubbly and stupid she was. I didn't care that she's the most stereotypical blonde character you could possibly write. I just cared that somebody was telling a fucking joke on the show.
Mm-hmm.
That was enough for me.
Well, we have Oliver trying to tell Ray about Hive, and he gets all excited because that's so cool, like Spectre from James Bond.
Yeah. Now, come on, Dark Oliver thing later, the little scene with the hood. Thought that was good. Not digging it?
I don't remember it.
Oh, man, they use Oliver as bait. He thinks he's got him chained up. Well, he does, but it's Oliver.
I remember that.
Knows how to get out of that. I just like the bit about, I'm going to remove the hood. Just kind of, I want to know if I'm right. I always had my suspicions.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Okay.
That was fine.
I guess I needed a little more. I was like, what? Oh. Yeah, I remember that. That was fine. That was good.
That's all we could hope for. And then, Curtis getting involved in a little bit of action. It was good.
Oh, Spartan.
And Spartan. What the hell do we do with that?
Actually, I meant to look it up.
He makes less sense than Baron Right. Like, Spartan, if it was Spartan from the... What was it? Oh, God. Jim Lee's writing him now.
Uh-huh.
Wildstorm, I want to say?
Yeah.
If it was him, this would be like the most powerful character on the show, bar none.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's borderline immortal.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Technically, he's like a living singularity.
I kind of, if I can say a sentence, Mark Guggenheim did confirm that his code name was Spartan,
right?
Apparently, but that's, I've got to say, I don't think that they are in any way referencing the Jim Lee character.
Yeah, I think they're going to go whole cloth, man. I still do.
Yeah, so, I meant to kind of look it up and delve a little bit deeper and see exactly if there were any other Spartans. Seems like that should have been, a character that was floating around for a while, at least a character name,
Yeah. Now, what do you? I have at least the suspicion that it's going to end up being that they call him Spartan for a minute, and at some point he kind of tells them, you know what, I kind of like Spartan, but what about this? And that's maybe the name that sticks.
Maybe.
It makes as much sense as Spartan. I don't mind it as a name. It just it has no canon to attach to and get all excited about.
Yeah, they should call him Tree Trunk Arms.
Right. They should call him obviously the biggest dude on the show. Arm wrestling champion of backstage.
Right. Oh man. Now, so you think Donna Smoke is going to be the one in the grave? I mean, I would think she's Jewish too, isn't she?
She would have to be Jewish too.
Yeah. Unless Felicity's dad, and they've said that Felicity's dad is going to be a bad guy on the show.
Oh, that is true. We actually don't know if Felicity is half Jewish or fully.
Yeah.
We don't know what her actual lineage is, so.
Yeah.
If anyone didn't hear that and thinks we're being just incredibly, purposefully racist, no, there's a tradition for how you bury things. There's tombstones. There's all that. Apparently, there'd be rocks there instead if it was...
Oh, right. Yeah. I forgot we needed context.
Yeah.
You want context? Go listen to our other episodes. Sarah!
But that was our favorite version of why we thought it wouldn't be Felicity, was that Felicity has said she's Jewish, and if they were Jewish, there should be stones marking the grave rather than...
Right.
I don't really know the particulars, man. Somebody else found it. Wasn't our theory. Just thought it was a good one.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
In this case, we don't know.
Which that might actually be a good point. Does Felicity have earrings?
Yeah, she does all the time.
Because traditional, as I understand it, and I don't know, but as I have understood it, people of the Jewish faith do not wear earrings as such, that are actually pierced. Your ears shouldn't be pierced because that's whatever, desecrating your body or something. Yeah,
I'm not sure on the particulars either. And I guess, if at a guess, I would bet that's one of those things that has gradations.
Yeah,
At a completely ignorant guess. I don't damn know.
I'm just saying it could possibly still be Felicity because they might not, give a shit.
Right. I know. It was just the most concrete theory we kind of had at the time, and it struck us. Also, no damn way they kill that cash cow. Just not happening.
Right.
And she's the baddest person in this show right now. She just is. She owns whatever room she's in.
Yeah, she's awesome. That said, if they actually had the balls to do it, I would be forever in their debt. Not saying I don't like Felicity. I love Felicity. She's awesome. Same time, man, that's balls. I want some good storytelling.
It is, but it would be, there'd be a contingency to it. I mean, if you do it, all right, respect, but now you got to follow it up.
I kind of think they should kill Felicity, and then the next season, have Oliver go full-blown Frank Miller Batman.
That'd be fun.
He's cackling, crazy wild man, just running around, shooting people with arrows.
That sounds like a show I'd at least like to watch, but
right?
I don't know, man. Not where I would think they'd be going with it at the very least.
Yeah, I can't help but wonder how this show is going to end.
I don't know. We don't.
In the long run,
they keep upping the ante, so we don't know really where they'll stop. I mean, now there's magic. Season 1, you didn't even have enhanced people. You just had a bunch of fighty guys.
Well, you know what season 5 has to be?
A big cosplay with Rumbler.
You know what season 5 has to be?
Blackest Night? I don't know.
Aliens, man.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they've done...
No, they can do it. They can do Aliens and then, move Supergirl over.
Pretty much every year they've brought in, a new thing, and they've talked about that, how they planned it that way.
They're very proud of that, yeah. And I like that, actually.
So, start out with, just thugs and some dude running around in a hood. Season 2, we've got superpowers. Season 3, whatever the hell we had in Season 3. Season 4, mysticism.
Right.
I don't remember what we had in Season 3. What the hell did we have in Season 3?
Metahumans. There were metas
metahumans
now.
in Season 2.
Which ones? Oh, no, those were enhanced humans. They weren't meta.
Oh, okay. So enhanced humans, then metahumans, and, now mysticism.
You had just humans. Now you have serums that make people not quite humans. Now you have just humans that ain't even humans anymore. And then, oh shit, there's magic.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, next year has to be, right? I don't know. I think I'm done talking about this episode. I don't know. I think I'm done talking about this episode. Now,
I feel you, man. I do.
You done?
Oh yeah. I think.
Right,
the only other thing I had, I was a little annoyed that Sarah still has her bloodlust, her sickness, just because it diminished Constantine's contribution.
Yeah, it did, but at the same time, I didn't feel like that was going to go away. He just at least leveled it with Thea. If he had been able to fix that, then he should have been able to fix Thea while he was there in the neighborhood.
Kinda, yeah.
But Thea still has her soul, so, I mean, all you can do is give her the soul and just be like, well, good luck, kid.
Good luck, guys. Yeah, that part actually helped a little bit, because we were worried about that. Why would you not just hook these people up while you're there? Mm-hmm. All right, at least that's the thing. He came back to restore a soul.
He came back to restore a soul.
Toto.
So if you... So Sarah and Thea both still need to have their bloodlust. Otherwise, Thea, one, has nothing else to do but, and with her entire story this season, except dote on Oliver's campaign and date a dude.
Right.
And what catalyst does White Canary now have to go be a part of the Legends of Tomorrow,
she's not.
et cetera?
Currently, she's just colorless canary.
Right, colorless canary.
Right.
So, anyway.
I don't know what they're doing a pretty good job of shuffling her off here. You know, she's not going to be. I guess she'll be back in a couple episodes.
Yeah. Actually, and I was remiss. There was a comment on our Facebook from Matt Carroll of the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast. From like a week or so ago, when he said, "Come on, Arrow writers, you've got to be kidding me. Laurel won't tell her father bad news for like a year because of his bad heart. Then she thought it was an awesome idea to bring him around a corner to find his feral, once dead daughter lunging at him. Just sloppy."
Right.
We did address that out of our own anger, but I didn't. I meant to mention that Matt had said that, so it's part of our listener feedback, and I did not. So I suck.
Well, we do what we can.
We do what we can to suck.
The internet's big, and not all the links work all the time.
We suck.
Well, that being settled, I guess we're out of here for the week.
We are DC On Screen, and we are a proud member of the Giant Size Team Up Network. You can find us on iTunes and Stitcher and DCOnScreen.com. If you'd like to subscribe to us, go ahead and hit subscribe on one of those podcatcher things that you do, whatever.
However you get there.
We just go do that. Anyway, we're going to come up with a news episode directly after this. So until then, keep some DC on your screen.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.